I am 63 years old. I have a fully paid off house with 4 bedrooms. I have a pension, a 401k that has performed consistently for 3 decades, and a credit score that is practically perfect. If you looked at my life on paper, you would say I have won. You would say I am the model of a successful, responsible man. But the silence in this house is so loud, it sometimes wakes me up at night. I'm telling you this because I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of pretending that comfort is the same thing as happiness. Most of all, I'm telling you this because I see so many of you, especially those of you in your 30s, standing at the exact same edge I stood on 30 years ago. I see you weighing the risks. I see you looking at the safe option and the scary option. And I want to tell you the truth that nobody told me. Sometimes, the safe choice is the one that kills you. It just takes 30 years for you to die. I want to take you back to a Tuesday in November. I was 32 years old. I was sitting in a diner booth with a woman named Sarah. Sarah wasn't my wife. I hadn't met my ex-wife yet. But she was the person who made the world look like it was in color. We had a plan. It was a messy, terrifying, beautiful plan. We were going to move to Santa Fe. She had a gallery opportunity. I was going to try and start my own architectural practice. Something small, something mine. We had no money. We had no guarantees. We just had this electric belief that we could figure it out. But 2 days before that lunch, I got a phone call. It was from a large firm here in the city. They offered me a position, junior partner track, benefits, a salary that was double what my father had ever made in his life. It was the golden ticket. I sat in that booth and I looked at Sarah, and I looked at the contract in my bag, and I felt this cold knot of fear in my stomach. I wasn't afraid of failing in Santa Fe. I was afraid of looking foolish. I was afraid of what my parents would say if I turned down a real job to chase a dream in the desert. I was afraid of being 35 and broke. So, I made the smart decision. I told Sarah I couldn't go. I told her the timing wasn't right. I told her I needed to build the foundation first and that maybe I'd join her later. But we both knew that was a lie. You don't pause a life like that. You either get on the train or you watch it leave. I watched her leave. That was the decision. It didn't feel like a tragedy at the time. It felt like growing up. Everyone patted me on the back. My dad told me he was proud of me for getting serious. My friends told me I was set for life. And for a long time, I thought they were right. The tragedy of a safe life is that it works. That's the twist. If it fell apart instantly, you'd know you made a mistake. You'd course correct. But it doesn't fall apart. It builds. By 35, I had the car. By 38, I had the mortgage. I met a woman who was kind and sensible and who wanted the same things the world told me to want. We got married not out of a fire, but out of a sort of logical alignment. We were good roommates who occasionally held hands. We had 2 children. I worked 60 hours a week to pay for things we didn't have time to enjoy. I remember my 40s as a blur of grey. I remember meetings. I remember optimizing spreadsheets. I remember arguing about kitchen renovations. I don't remember feeling much. There was this low-level hum of anxiety, a feeling that I was waiting for my real life to begin. I kept telling myself, once I make partner, then I'll relax. Once the kids are in college, then I'll paint again. Once the house is paid off, then we'll take that trip. I was trading my life for a future that I was too tired to inhabit. The rot happens slowly. That's the thing about the safe choice. It erodes you. Because I wasn't doing what I loved, I had to numb the boredom. I started drinking a little too much wine on weeknights. I bought expensive toys, boats I rarely used, golf clubs I hated swinging, trying to buy back the excitement I had left in that diner booth. I became a provider. That was my identity. I wasn't a father, I was a bank. I wasn't a husband, I was a co-manager of a household. My wife and I drifted apart so quietly we didn't even notice. We stopped fighting because we stopped caring. When she asked for a divorce 3 years ago, I wasn't heartbroken. I was just relieved. And that was the most heartbreaking thing of all. But the real blow, the moment the glass actually shattered, happened last year. I was cleaning out my office. I'm retired now, another victory. I found an old sketchbook from when I was 31. It was full of designs, weird, impossible, beautiful houses. Structures that didn't make sense but made you feel something. And tucked in the back was a postcard from Santa Fe. It was from Sarah. She had sent it a year after she left. It just said, "The light here is different. I hope you found what you were looking for." I looked up Sarah. I hadn't let myself do it for decades. I found an obituary. She had died 2 years ago, ovarian cancer. But then I found a tribute page. I saw photos of her life. She never made millions. She lived in a small adobe house. But the photos... She was laughing in every single one. She was covered in paint. She was surrounded by friends, by art, by a chaos that looked like joy. She had married a teacher. They looked like they knew each other, really knew each other. I sat there in my ergonomic office chair, in my 4-bedroom house, surrounded by my awards and my assets, and I realized that I had spent 30 years protecting a life that I didn't even like. I had chosen safety, and safety had cost me everything. It cost me the chance to know who I was without a title. It cost me the chance to fail and then rise again. It cost me the love of my life, not because she was the one that got away, but because she was the one who saw the best version of me, and I was too cowardly to be that man. Now, at 63, I understand the twist. The safe choice wasn't safe. It was the most dangerous gamble I ever took. I bet my soul against a 401k, and I won the bet, but I lost the prize. If you are listening to this and you are young, if you are 30 or 40 or even 50, I need you to hear me. We are taught to fear the wrong things. We are taught to fear instability. We are taught to fear lack of money. We are taught to fear judgment. But we are not taught to fear a life lived in grayscale. We are not taught to fear the slow, creeping realization that you are acting out a script written by people who are already dead. There is a decision you are delaying right now. I know there is. There is a phone call you need to make. There is a resignation letter you need to type. There is a person you need to confess to. You are telling yourself you will do it when it's safe. You are telling yourself you need 6 more months of savings. You are telling yourself that you are being responsible. You are lying. You are afraid, and it is okay to be afraid. But do not confuse fear with wisdom. Wisdom is knowing that time is the only currency you cannot earn back. Money? You can lose it all and make it back. I know men who went bankrupt at 40 and were rich at 50. But you cannot get back the Tuesday you spent in a meeting when you should have been driving west. You cannot get back the years you spent sleeping next to a stranger because you were too scared to be alone. I look at my hands now, and they look old. They are the hands of a man who didn't use them enough. I kept them clean, I kept them folded, and now there is nothing to hold. My daughter came to visit last week. She's 30 now. She's talking about taking a job she hates because it offers a good dental plan. She asked me what I thought. I looked at her, really looked at her, and I saw that same fear in her eyes that I had in mine at her age. I saw her getting ready to step into the cage. I told her, "Honey, dental plans are cheap. Regret is expensive. Go, run, break your heart, ruin your credit score. Just don't ruin your life by trying to protect it." She didn't understand me, not yet. She thinks I'm just a grumpy old man having a crisis. But I'm not having a crisis. I'm having a moment of clarity. It just arrived 30 years too late. I am going to sell this house. It's too big for one person and a ghost. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll finally go to Santa Fe just to see the light. It won't be the same. I can't find Sarah there. I can't find the 32-year-old me there. That man is gone. He died in that diner booth. But I am still here. And as long as there is breath in my lungs, there is a chance to make a different choice. A choice that isn't safe. A choice that might go wrong. God, I hope it goes wrong. I am so desperate for something to go wrong. Just so I can feel what it's like to fix it. Just so I can feel the texture of a life that is actually mine. Don't be me. Please. If you are standing at the fork in the road, and one path looks smooth and paved and well lit, and the other looks dark and rocky and terrifying, take the rocks. The rocks are where the life is. The rocks are where you scrape your knees and learn how to heal. The paved road just leads to a comfortable waiting room where you sit until it's time to leave. I'm 65% done with my life, maybe more. And I would trade every single dollar in my account to be 32 again, sitting in that booth, with $5 in my pocket and the courage to say yes. But I can't. You can. Close your laptop. Go make the mistake. It's the only way you'll ever know who you are.